Hey everyone, it's Coolkid here, and I know I'm a little late with this, but still, back for another One Piece chapter review, chapter 1064. And honestly, just like last chapter review, this chapter honestly kind of surprised me where Oda was, I guess, kind of taking this story and everything. I just was, honestly surprised about it. And do I got really anything else to say before getting started with the chapter review? Oh yeah, I do got a couple more things. But yeah, first thing, it's official that Hunter x Hunter is finally back from its long ass hiatus. Finally back from let me just pull this up. How many years was it? Yeah, it went on hiatus at like the end of 2018, and it's 2022. It's not exactly right, but it's about like 4 years. 4 years and no Hunter chapters. Oh my god, that is just crazy to think. But finally, we're back with Hunter with, I don't know, probably like 10 or so chapters coming out, and then like a year-long hiatus, probably, hopefully. But yeah, I don't know. I probably won't be talking about Hunter chapter 391. God, it's so crazy to think. Yeah, Hunter has been on for so long, but has so little chapters. But yeah, I probably won't be talking about the latest chapter, or probably by the time this video comes out, the latest chapter will be 392. I probably won't be talking about them, but hey, at least with chapter 391's cover page, it does look pretty cool with Gon and Yusuke, so that's nice. I don't know, I always like seeing Togashi draw Yusuke and whatever, whenever he does. But yeah, and last thing I gotta say before getting started with the chapter review is that I do got a special video coming up this Halloween season. Ooh, other than the Bleach one, because of you know, the live stream and when it comes out just so happens to align on Monday. But other than that, you know, honestly, we got something special for you today. Ooh, hopefully I didn't knock that down. You can't see it on screen, but I would prefer not to be that knocked down. But yeah, let's get started with the chapter review. But of course, as always, we must start with the cover page. With here continuing on the Germa 66 cover page story with Germa 66's An Emotionless Excursion, Volume 22. Blackbeard Pirates, Kuzan and Augur appears, and as it says, we got Aokiji and Van Augur appearing here and kidnapping Pudding, as the last chapter said it would. So yeah, okay, this is a weird thing I have to do because I do want to talk about this cover page more, but there is something that happens during the chapter itself that just kind of wants me to, pull off for a little bit. So for right now, I guess it's, well, actually, you know what? Something I will mention right here is that, even though in last chapter we saw Van Augur and we got Aokiji here too, I think it's pretty obvious that all this stuff doesn't happen as the chapter's going on. I think, if I make a good guess, it probably took place somewhere in between Wano. Like, I don't know, a good estimate would be somewhere in between the raid and the Straw Hats leaving Wano. Yeah, I think that's like a decently good time frame. That's why I at least think that they're going here for it, because, I don't know, I feel like at least the Blackbeard Pirates are just Van Augur and Aokiji invading, Whole Cake Island and whatnot. It's probably the reason they're doing it is because, they've heard Big Mom has lost. So, I don't know. I feel like that would happen at least after Luffy's defeated Kaido and then Law and Kid defeated Big Mom. I feel like it would at least happen after that, but definitely way before the Straw Hats left Wano. So that's at least the feeling I'm getting at and everything. And, I'm just having a feeling that they just didn't win after, Pudding, but the Poneglyph as well. Ooh, but yeah, that's really all to say with the the cover page itself. So starting with the chapter itself, it continues off from last time between the fight between Blackbeard and Law. And yes, we're actually continuing with this fight. Honestly, I thought we wouldn't be continuing with this, but so we are. But yeah, we got Blackbeard riding on Stronger. He's like, run like all of you. There will be no escape. And then Law's talking to his crew. He's like, Hunga, Hakuga? I think that's how you're supposed to say it. But either way, the dude in Law's crew who always wears the mask, he's like, take the polythene. He's like, got it, Captain. And then he's like, Sachi and Penguin, into the sea. Sure thing, Captain. And then we got Law using Re-Room, amputating cups Stronger in half, which, okay, just to stop here, to kind of explain, I don't know if I should explain this, but I will. So, at least from the feeling I'm getting from what Re-Room is, it's, well, in essential terms, remote room. It's where he can put like a, I don't know, automatically following room where he can do amputate or all of his, I guess, basic, moves that I can usually do in a room. So instead of him opening up from the palm of his hand, he can put like a, I don't know, like, I guess the best word would to be put like a room the size of the person around them. Yeah, I think that's fair. And also, I don't think this remote room can do crazy ass things, but like, pretty much all of Law's basic moves that he can do, he could probably do in this remote room. One of his abilities with his awakening. And heck, even Blackbeard says it right here. He's like, I didn't hear this powers you could do. This must be an awaken technique. Then take this tremor crush. And he freaking does his, quake power fruit. Which, I guess before continuing on the next page, I do want to say I really love how like the paneling right here and everything, how it's got all everything here. I really do like it in the chapter and everything. So yeah, but continuing on, Law's crew is like, man, it's that shockwave from that Quaking Man. And meanwhile, we got Docu being like, no, damn it, you're dead, Shocker. Too bad. You were such good nose. Oh, I'll take this. And he throws his bomb apples away. And everyone's like, everyone, look out for those exploding apples. And then we got Sachi. Wait, is that Sachi? Yeah, I think that's Sachi. Yeah, we got Sachi going in the water, sucking up seawater, and shooting that water out like a... Well, I guess in a essential term, like water gun for Pokemon. Yeah. Literally, he uses water gun to blow up the exploding apples in the air and everything. And God, there's so much I want to talk about here, but I'll just put a pin in right here. Because I've been hearing the big thing people are wanting, are Sachi and Penguin, are they fishmen or half fishmen? Maybe. I think it's definitely likely that they could be. But I think it's also not impossible that they aren't fishmen. I'll just put a pin in that. I'll be talking about that way later in the chapter. But yeah, continuing on after that, we got Sachi being like, don't mess around with the folks when we're born and raised in the North Blue Sea. Sure, that's all you get. But yeah, we won't get the best of us in a sea battle. We'll sink that ship of yours. And then Beppo's like, John Bart, sniper at 3 o'clock. And almost instantly, John Bart protects Law from sniper fire from Van Auger. Like, almost instantly. And heck, even Van Auger's like, well, tough guard to break. And heck, even I would say John Bart looks pretty okay from that attack and everything. And honestly, if I'm going to be honest, I'm just surprised that Lost Crew is, actually doing something. Like we got freaking Sachi destroying bombs. We got Beppo, directing the action. We got freaking Van We got John Bart protecting fire from Van Auger and everything. That's just, I don't know, it's just crazy to think about. I mean, it would have been cool to see that from them, in one or whatever, but that doesn't matter. So, continuing on with the fight, we got Law doing K-Room with wait, I got it right here. Shock Willie! And he freaking just stabs Blackbeard right through, just shocking him, like, ah! Dude, Blackbeard's like very damaged from this, and Van Auger's like, this is what you get when you charge in without a plan, Mr. Goddamn it, what's the reference I'm trying to think of? Leroy Jenkins! But continuing on with that chapter, we got Van Auger warping towards Blackbeard, and he's like, so, shall we return to the ship, Commodore? And Blackbeard's like, no, you fool. Stay on the offensive. And Lana's like, so, all of your officers have powers now, which means they're all share the same weakness, the sea. And Blackbeard's like, but the benefits are worth the risk. That's how devil fruits work. And I'm sure when Blackbeard means by that, he means all the, the man crew. Who cares about the random riffraff? Speaking of the random riffraff, we got Law's crew just, attacking Blackbeard's ship right now. And we just got some freaking random ass Blackbeard Pirates being like, we're under attack from the water. Are they trying to sink us? I didn't know they were good at fighting. Who knew? Fighting in the water. Man, who knew a ship with a submarine was good at fighting underwater? Damn, that was unpredictable. Well, we were experiencing a little attack turbulence. We'll be fine. Our Commodore's the best. And we see inside the ship in, I guess, a little prison, like a little prison area, I guess. They got a cell and everything where we see Pudding there. And she's like, if Mama's still alive, you won't be talking like that much longer. And the random Blackbeard pirate riffraff are like, we're fighting the guy who killed Big Mom. How's the new era supposed to get going if the old legends are still kicking around and everything? I definitely want to talk about that later, but just put a pin to that and everything. So yeah, we continue on with the fight between Blackbeard and Law, where they're clashing, and then Blackbeard does Black Vortex! Meanwhile, we go to Marine HQ, where we got Akainu getting a call, and they're like, at Winter Island in the New World, Blackbeard, the Emperor, has made contact with Trafalgar Law, and he's like, damn it. Again, I have to wait here to see the conclusion of another fight. I'm being told nobody told me that being the fleet admiral would be so damn frustrating. And that ends that section of the chapter here, which, okay. Remember when I said, at the beginning of the chapter review that this chapter kind of surprised me? I was surprised that we're still continuing on with the fight between Law and the fight between Law and Blackbeard. Dude, honestly, I don't know. It's just, I guess this is just showing how things are ramping up. I doubt we would be doing a third chapter following this chapter of Law and Blackbeard, but I mean, you never know and everything. I still, unfortunately, think that this fight's going to end up with Law losing. But hey, at least we can see Law, he's putting in the work. Not just him. Like, his entire crew is actually putting up some decent work and everything. And honestly, I don't know. I just really like this section and everything. And especially the tie with Pudding and everything with Big Mom. I want to talk about that later, but just remember, I'm putting a pin at that. Honestly, I'm just really liking how it's going. But yeah, then after that, we continue back onto future Egghead Island, where we got the police Pacifista? Yeah. We got the police Pacifista, stop looking for them after Bonnie's changed the age of everyone. We got, Luffy and Chopper into an old age. And Bonnie and Jinbei, they're young. So that's pretty cool. But, yeah, actually, I'll just mention this. Luffy, age 70 in a different timeline. So, to kind of explain for those people who haven't read some of the recent SBSs, is that Oda has been recently doing where he's been drawing some of the One Piece characters, some of the Straw Hats, and age 20 years and then age 30 years in the future. And it's both good timeline and bad timeline, where the timeline everything went great, and the timeline everything went bad and everything. So, want to explain this. This isn't how Luffy is actually going to be age 70 and everything, by the end of the story, even if we see him at that age or not. I think what it is just Oda being look, right now, this is in a different timeline. Actually, I think more than anything with Bonnie's power is she's not, aging people to, moving them along the timeline, but more aging the body. So that's why, whenever you see her age anyone up, they're all old and wrinkly and malnourished and everything. And I think even Jinbei still has the scar, which if she was actually aging him down, he wouldn't be having, would it be down or up? Either way, if she was aging down Jinbei, down the timeline, he wouldn't have that scar. But yet, he does, because all she is really doing is physically down aging the body, not, that's just what I'm trying to get away with her ability. But, yeah, going back to the crew, they're it looks like that Pacifistas came to a screeching halt. Well, anyway, Barney, couldn't you have a better disguise than me? And then he's continuing saying, Brush, I get how you feel, but it really ain't him. If you can't let me be up with those ones, then we're going to be in some danger. And then we got Chopper, who, I'm going to be honest, Chopper... I hate to say this, but Chopper looks like a pet who needs to be shot out of its misery. God, I can't believe I said that. But yeah, Chopper is be nice, Luffy. Sorry, buddy. It's just we had a few bad experiences with pacifistas. And then Jinbei's so the original was human and a clone of him. That makes sense that he would have a family. And Chopper's so, you should be back to you. And then Jinbei continues, if you don't mind me saying this, Bonnie, here's what I know about him. He started as some kind of wicked king of the Sorbet Kingdom until his people drove him off and he became a pirate. And, I do like how in the background we see Jinbei's mental image of, what he think Kuma looks like. And he continues saying that he was affiliated with the Revolutionary Army. Until the Navy captured him, he was sentenced to life imprisonment. But Vegapunk enamored with his muscle and lean abilities. So in exchange for taking part in the body amalgamation and clone development, Kuma was allowed to return to freedom as a warlord of the sea. So, do I got that right? And we see Bonnie picking up this, I don't know what, this Sailor Moon looking shit that's a lightsaber. And she's so the warlord and clone soldier development, as far as I can understand, being turned into a cyborg might as well be a death sentence. Who would ever make such a deal who knew the consequences from the start? And Jinbei is that's true, but life imprisonment is a heavy sentence. How many crimes must Kuma the Tyrant truly commit? And she's just swinging with her damn lightsaber she's like, my father was not a tyrant. He hated the world government. He would have never worked for them. They experimented on him by force. And meanwhile, Luffy's like, oh my god, that's your lightsaber? That's so cool. And them noticing, it's like, man, the scrap heap, it's full of remains of Vegapunk's infection. Maybe we can use them. Ooh. But, and we got Bonnie continuing, it's like, my point is, murder in the name of science. This is just murder in the name of science. Also, my father told me that he was from a special people. But so what? That doesn't give them the right to force experiments on him. It doesn't force them to kill him right now. And then Luffy's like, yeah, tell them. Meanwhile, Chopper's like, special people? So that ends, I guess, that scene right there. But yeah, special people. I got thoughts about it. I'll just put a pin at that. But yeah, you know, I'll just say this right here. I do kind of like how the scene that Jinbei, who was part of the Warlords the longest, would kind of know this stuff directly. And it's the stuff that specifically the world government told about him. All the lies. I'm pretty sure, like, you know, what the world government wants to do is hide his true intentions. And heck, hell, I couldn't even see it that what they said was not exactly wrong, but they made it look like he was essentially the bad guy. Like, maybe, you know, after they accidentally, I don't know, kind of like actually, you know how in Dressrosa? Yeah, like the exact same way that, Doflamingo did. Well, I mean, in kind of a different way, where, I don't know, they probably used like one of the CP0 agents or, I don't know, any other CP agency to do this and made the people rebel. I mean, that would actually make perfect sense. I think that's not out of impossibility, but they want to hide the truth, even if they're not lying, but they're hiding things. He wasn't truly a madman. He hated the world government. That's why he worked for the revolutionaries. Heck, maybe he was never really a pirate, but I presume if you worked for the revolutionaries, you would kind of be labeled as one eventually or whatever and everything. It just, you know, honestly, and everything right here, when you look at Bonnie's side of the story, just, I still feel bad for Bonnie's plight and everything. So yeah. Also, Vegapunk scrap weapons. Ooh, definitely interesting. But yeah, continuing on after that, we go to, well, Team Sunny, where we got Lilith and her giant robot picking up the Sunny, flying to Egghead Island, and they're like, whoa, we're flying. The robot's flying through the sky. And she's like, the Vega Force 1 here uses its jet boosters on its back to propel, and that's why it's floating through anti-gravity. And they're like, anti-gravity? Well, it's only possible here due to the island's air conditioning, but one day it'll be a reality all over the world. I mean, it's not really, I don't think it's really anti-gravity, but I don't know, whatever. But yeah, they fly past into Egghead Island, and them all noticing everything. It's like, oh man, there's a giant monster, and look at that futuristic city. It's like, that's correct. This island is here where we shall build the future. And we get to see like a big wide shot of Egghead Island. And, you know, I don't know if I've ever said this before, but like I think almost every artist that, like, you know, you read a manga or a comic of, they do have one strength overall. And I genuinely do think Oda's biggest strength is in filling the pages or in backgrounds, or when he draws, like, you know, like lavish wide shots of like a whole city or island, and we get to see like a bunch of stuff fill the page. I genuinely do think Oda's strong suit is filling up the stuff with a lot of impressively cool stuff. And I mean, just like I would say that generally Kubo's art is not just great, but he specifically works very well in like action. Like, so, I don't know. I would just say this is Oda's very strong suits. I just freaking love it. But yeah, they say future Egghead Island atop the clouds is the labo phase where the research happens. Where you see below is the Fabio phase, where the factory level is. The workers and researchers live here. It seems like your captain is causing a fuss below. Well, I hope he's all right. And then we got the Sunny team landing on top of the cloud area, or the Labo sphere as it was. And okay, I'm just going. You know what? I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah. Meanwhile, with everyone else leaving except for Zoro and Brooke, they're just staying behind on the ship, and they're like, "Aren't you coming along, Zoro and Brooke?" And they're like, "Nah, I'm staying the ship on watch." Me too. Plus, I don't even trust that woman anyway. So, I mean, makes sense personally. I think that makes perfect sense. And plus, actually, wait a minute. Oh shit, actually, yeah, the last time that Zoro and Brooke have any, like, I guess, just themselves interaction was, like, on Thriller Bark. Man, that's just crazy to think. But, yeah, and while everyone goes on top of the Labo phase, they notice, wait a minute, this ground, it's a sky island! And everyone there is like, oh yeah, I remember it, yeah. But you gotta remember, Frankie, who never went to a sky island's like, whoa, this is a sky island. This is the first time that it was. Man, I never knew about this. I really do like they got this interactions. Like, man, is this what the sky island is? Man, what is this stuff even made out of? And we got Lil being like, oh yes, you deduce by controlling the island's air conditioning system, we can modify the destiny of the pryobrine, I think that's that, pryobrine and the moisture to condense the nuclei and recreating the island clouds from the creating the island clouds and sea clouds from sky islands. And we didn't even deduce that, but okay, stop here. No, I'll just finish this section. We're almost done with the chapter, but yeah, we see a little elevator going into the Vegapunk lab, and they're like, this is the entrance to the elevator, but first you have to change into your suits before you can enter. The Chakro is just to the side, it's the changing area. Stick your feet into the shoe domes and push the levers down yourself, and they'll shrink down to fit any size, where, you know, she shows them that the shoes can fit any size, and everyone looks so heavy, and everyone gets, at least everyone here, gets a brand new Vegapunk costume right here with Sanji, Frankie, Usopp, Robin and Brooke. Not Robin and Brooke. Robin and Nami. What the fuck did I say Brooke for? But yeah, everyone looks coolish in their costumes and everything. And I mean, even though... Oh, wait a minute. Sanji has a Hawaiian shirt. You know what that means, guys? You know what that means? Time to put on the Hawaiian shirt, man. I don't know why the hell I'm doing this. Wait, is it this way? No, wait, it's this way. This way. Put on the Hawaiian shirt. Hawaiian shirt, dressing live or freaking whatever. But yeah, I guess to the general outfits of the costumes, I don't know. I mean, even though I would say I like Bonnie's, Luffy's, Chopper's, and Jinbei's a lot, I don't know, I'm just not feeling these. Like, Usopp's, I'm kind of iffy on. And then we got Sanji, who I don't know what that... I mean, look, I like the... I do like these Hawaiian shirts and maybe the shorts. But, like, oh my god, a Hawaiian shirt with, like, a little hoodie thing, I don't know, it looks alright on Jinbei. It just doesn't look bad on Jinbei, but on Sanji, it just looks straight awful. And Nami and Robin, not to say I don't hate them, but I'm just like, honestly, if I had to say this, I think I actually, if we get to see these in colors, I feel like I might like Nami's better than Robin's, even though Robin's totally reminds me of her, not only Yashima outfit, but her Beast Pirate disguise outfit. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. I mean, I just don't hate it, but I'm not really... Hey, back from that jump cut. So, yeah, my camera decided to stop recording for some reason. So, back to what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I don't really like a lot of these designs of the straw hats. I mean, honestly, I guess Nami... I do kind of like Nami's more than Robin's. Honestly, I feel like Nami's... I guess design or clothing choice would actually look kind of nicer depending on how the whenever you see them in color and everything. I'm actually curious to see how that looks like. But honestly, the only really good one that I actually kind of like here, or decently like here, is honestly Frankie's does look pretty good. I think it looks very well. It does look pretty cool. Even though I honestly think the boots just don't work for any of the other straw hats, and at least in this group here, they don't work for any of them except for Frankie. I just don't know. And heck, we got all of them being like, "Oh man, it's so cool," because how the way Nami and Robin looks good. Sure. I've never seen fashion like this before. Nice outfit, Robin. You look tough. What the hell are you talking about, Usopp? And then, like Frankie's like, what about me? You look like a pervert in any outfit. That works well for me too. And then, for the last scene of the chapter, we got Vague number 1, or what was this goddamn name again? Shaka? Yeah, we got Shaka being a genius, meaning be able to see what's beyond your own future contains. And we got a mysterious voice being like, what do you mean, Vegapunk? I suspect my death is imminent. And the other person's like, stop telling me these bad jokes, you're not funny. So, I want you to hear out me, Dragon. Chapter ends, and unfortunately we got a 1 week break, or by the time this video comes out, this is starting the 1 week break, so whatever, but still 1 week break. At least I don't have to wait much longer for the next chapter review. So let's get started to discussing. I know you want me to talk about the whole of the dragon shit, Vegapunk and everything, but I do want to talk about some things at the beginning. One, are Sachi and Penguin fishmen, or at least half fishmen? Because a lot of people just wholeheartedly agree that they're at least half fishmen, and I definitely think it's not an impossibility. They do kind of remind me how Derringer, and obviously they don't have any visible fishman traits, but you know, if it's anything like Derringer, you know, when they need to, they can just shoot out a bunch of sharp teeth, or hell if I know, maybe under their freaking hats, it's like they look like damn fishmen or something. I don't know, but you know, that's what a lot of people are thinking, and I don't want to be opposed to that, but I don't think it's impossible for these characters just to be human. They have some wacky ass fun abilities that they can do. I mean, it's not impossible, so who knows what it is. But then Jean Bart, look at him and his incredible Conqueror's Hockey, not Conqueror's Hockey, Armament Hockey, or that's at least what a lot of people are thinking. And here's the thing, I think also that's not impossible, but unlike the half fishman thing, I probably believe that a lot more than this. I honestly think Jean Bart is really that tough. I mean, he could have Armament Hockey, but I feel like to that answer is kind of the same question to does all of the Straw Hats have to have like hockey by the end of the story? Like, does Frankie, does by the end of the story, does Frankie have to have ornament hockey? Does all the Straw Hats have to have hockey by the end of the story? I don't know if this is controversial opinion. I think, I at least think Frankie is not going to get hockey in any kind of fashion. That might be crazy to think, and I might eat my words in a couple of years, but I don't think that. And I personally think, at least Lost Crew, there'll be a decent amount of crew members who won't have hockey, and maybe just John Bart is a really tough-ass dude. I mean, that literally could all be it. I mean, it would be cool to have ornament hockey, but still. And honestly, just the whole crew in general, they work so well together, and like, at least from the vibe I'm getting, they're their support. And the captain, obviously, Law is the main stage. He's the main center, but everyone else is just support. There's no, in Law's crew, there really isn't no, Zoro or Sanji or a killer in his crew where they're another main player. Law is the only main player in his crew, and everyone else there is to bring in support and everything. And honestly, and then, God, I mean, Law and his entire crew is showing their work, but I don't think they're going to eventually beat Blackbeard. And you look at, Blackbeard taking very heavy damage, but just due to his fur and everything, he receives damage much higher, but he can still take it. He can still take it, even, as he says, Mr. Leroy Jenkins without a plan. But yet, he must still move on with it. And I don't know. I really don't think it's going to end well with Law. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll literally see the attack that defeats Law and everything. I don't know. And everything. And we see here in the chapter, they already caught Pudding, and if they caught Pudding, they might as well have one of the poneglyphs, Big Mom's poneglyph. At least I'm pretty sure they have that. And then you got Law, who has the, he has the one on Zoe, and then he has the one on Wano, and I mean, he could have the one from Whole Cake Island. Maybe the Straw Hats gave him an extra, but if literally the Blackbeard Pirates already got the one from Whole Cake Island, I'm pretty sure that doesn't really matter. So either way, this is a battle for them to literally, whoever wins gets one of the poneglyphs. I mean, it would be also crazy. In the Runaway Warlords live stream, I also put out that, maybe Blackbeard also has the last and final mysterious poneglyph. So maybe he has two of it. And then whoever wins this battle literally has the last poneglyph. And I don't know, I'm just having a feeling that this will end up with Blackbeard winning, and he literally has all four poneglyphs. Someone to read the poneglyphs, but Pudding, I mean, we don't know. I mean, maybe she could have her, finally her third eye abilities awakened or whatever, but if it's not, Blackbeard's literally waiting for that ability to awaken, and once there, he can immediately jump towards, going to, freaking, Laugh Tale. Actually, oh man, I just thought of something crazy. What if, because I know a lot of people have the theory of, Blackbeard chasing after Luffy to Laugh Tale, but what if it's the other way around? Luffy's chasing after Blackbeard. Yeah, that would be insane. That would be fucking crazy. Yeah. And then you got Pudding, where she's saying, if Mama's still alive, you won't be talking about that much longer. And the other guy's like, we're finding the guy who killed Big Mom. So, to that, I really think, I don't know, this is so leaving a hint or a misdirection or something, but I think what Oda's going to be doing throughout the rest of the story until they, because I think for the rest of the story, Oda's going to be like, people's going every now and again being like, oh yeah, Luffy, Law, and Kid, they're the ones who killed Big Mom and Kaido. And they'll be mentioned every now and again until literally at the end of the final arc, the final war happens, and then they're going to suddenly appear. So I genuinely do think they're not dead. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with them being not dead, but I don't know. I just feel like this is Oda misdirecting us until like the final war where they suddenly appear. Hell, I can't even imagine it. Like towards the end of the chapter, we see someone being like, "No, it can't be them. I thought you were dead. No, that can't be. You're Big Bob and Kaido." Full page of just them. Oh God, I can just imagine that. Like, oh my God, I can just imagine that. But until then, I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't know. I just don't believe that they're dead. And I know a lot of people don't believe that either, because it's One Piece. Characters don't really stay dead, even if Oda says they're totally dead. I just, just sometimes I don't believe in that stuff, and I know I can totally tell what Oda is just building up towards. But either way, yeah, I think that's a fine enough interaction. And everything with I don't know, Akainu, which Winter Island, terrible name, but yeah, Akainu, who I don't know. I just feel like at some point he's going to be like, you know what, fuck this bullshit. You goddamn Gorosei, I don't care what you tell me. I'm going to leave my ass, take a bunch of, Marines or whatever, get a ship, and go to whoever else is there needing their ass to be kicked. I could totally see something, I don't know. Because, like, every time we see him, it's like, goddamn, I'm just so frustrated I can't do anything. That's just, we see that a lot with Akainu. I can just see it's almost to his boiling point and everything. So I guess the story with, to repeat myself again, I guess I do like how, they talk about Akainu with, we got Jinbei first talking about the quote-unquote government story, which then Bonnie's like, no, that's bullshit. My father would never work with the government, not on purpose. They must have forced him into something and everything. And to repeat myself again, I genuinely do think that to at least Jinbei's stories, there's some truth in it, but they're either manipulated through, I don't know, like CP0 trying to, secretly help the people to, overthrow the government or I guess the kingdom that he was in charge of, or, a number of things that could have led. But I mean, hey, maybe, I don't know. I just, maybe, because, like, especially at the end of the chapter, which, do I have to, yeah, I'll just move on to the end of the chapter. Especially towards the end of the chapter, where we got Shaka talking to Dragon. It makes you question, was Vegapunk a part of the revolutionaries? Okay, I'm just going to give my straight up 2 cents on this. I don't think Vegapunk is working for the revolutionaries. Nor I don't think he's really working for the world government. I don't know, I just feel like from the feeling I'm getting is Vegapunk is playing everyone's field. Like, all he is really in for is all this technology and everything. And, he first worked for the world government being like, okay, look, MADS, it's a secret organization, but if I work for the world government, I get a lot of resources and everything, but yet, we see throughout these chapters, he's not getting enough resources, a lot of these technologies he can't just, do on other islands due to the lack of resources and everything. So there's just something that's up with that, he's frustrated. And while he might have been playing with, I guess, the revolutionaries with helping them and everything, but maybe even before, long time ago, he said, like, look, the world government, it's not going to live forever. It's eventually going to fall at some point. So, in case of that, I need to put my eggs into a basket. And very recently, he's like, I could just see very soon they're going to come to kill me. And whether I survive this or not, staying with the world government isn't going to be an option no more. It's dead on the walls. I need a jump ship. I just feel like he's the guy who, who doesn't care about alliances or whatever, but to whatever can move his technology forward. And maybe, I don't know. And like the way that he's talking to Dragon could just be through a simple den mushy. Oh no no no! They talked about this on the Runaway Warlords. I think it was, who was it? Was it Samurai Drew or Dark Bryn? I think it might have been Bryn who suggested the idea that they're talking to Kuma, but like okay, let me get this. The Kuma, because everyone presumes the Kuma that's with the revolutionaries right now is the real Kuma, the Kuma with the real memories. What if that's not it? It's just another empty shell. What if the Kumas are like walkie-talkies? So, someone could talk from one person from one Kuma to another Kuma. So, oh man, dude, I just freaking love that idea. What if, like, literally, Vegapunk somewhere on, like, a flash drive or whatever has, like, Kuma's memories and everything, and to whatever Kuma body or Pacifista or whatever, he can just literally plug it in, and then we get to finally see what Kuma is really like, and everything. And oh god, I really hope we get to see that reunion with Bonnie and Kuma, the real one. Dude, I just really want to see that and everything, but unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen. Just for what I feel. I mean, who knows? I just want to see that happening and everything, and I don't know. I mean, who knows when the heck are we going to see the real Vegapunk? I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe the plot twist that Shaka is the real Vegapunk. Huh. That, I was just throwing out ideas, but actually not even a bad idea, but still, I do think there's probably a real Vegapunk. I mean, who knows? He could be literally on life support or whatever, and I mean, just from the feeling that Bonnie's saying, Bonnie's like, we're going to go and kick some ass and I'm going to goddamn kill freaking Vegapunk and everything. And, oh yeah, I gotta talk about this. What the heck is, what do I mean by Kuma with special people? I'm going to be honest, this is the main reason why I just didn't do this video for a while, or not do it when the chapter came out. It was because I was just trying to figure out what exactly this meant. In like just a couple days ago, I was like, screw it. I'm just going to watch people chapter reviews. Because here's the thing. I like watching One Piece chapter reviews, but, it's not like if I watch one person, I might watch, I don't know, Tekkings or, Joy Boys or someone else's chapter review before I do mine, just on happen chance, but I don't go out looking for it. For this time, I actually did go out looking for it to see what people generally said, and from what I got is most people were like, well, maybe he's a Lunarian or half Lunarian, because base Kuma, I mean, who knows? Maybe that's not even what the real Kuma originally looks like and everything. Well, we did see that flashback, and it still looked pretty close to a Pacifista. So, yeah. But, I mean, he might be half Lunarian or a fourth or something, and then you gotta ask, like, why does Bonnie has none of those features? What if Kuma has, like, he's a fourth or a half, and, if you weren't able, literally, like, by that point, like, you could barely even tell that he was a Lunarian. You couldn't even tell he was a Lunarian at all. Maybe because it just goes so far back in his bloodline, right now, it just barely is even showing in anything. It could be something like that. I don't know. That's what a lot of people are saying with, that. I mean, he could also be a Will of D member, right? Special people. Will of D? I'm not opposed to that, dear. I don't know anything else. How about this? I don't know if this is actually going to be. I very doubt it, but what if Oda's going to throw out a completely brand new race for this series? Like, a brand new race. I mean, it's probably Lunarian because all the focus that we're getting, but maybe, who knows, maybe there could be like some brand new ass race that Oda is going to throw at us. Like, oh, who knows, maybe Kuma's like a fourth Third Eye tribe or something. I don't know. I have no idea, Ava/Ava, but just whatever. But yeah, I guess that's really it with this video. I don't really got much else to say. As I said before, I'm not that big into the costumes of the Sunny crew, which sorry, you won't be getting a mid-tier outfit, thank God. But yeah, honestly, I don't know. I really do like especially that shot of the whole island and everything. Looks pretty cool. Honestly, you know what? I'll just say this here. I didn't talk about this earlier, but I really do like we're getting, like, even though we're not really going to a Sky Island, we still have some kind of, I guess, Sky Island interaction with literally the upper floor or the Labo phase literally kind of being like a Sky Island. And I don't know if I've ever said this in a video, but I don't know if I said this in a video or not, but I wanted to go back to a Sky Island before the series ends again. I don't know. I just feel like that was a place that, I don't know, maybe Oda used up way too early, but at least we're getting some kind of interaction. I'll be fine with that. And also, punk records, punk music, whatever, who cares, but yeah, at least we're getting that. Also, I do like the reintroduction of Pyro which is the way that they explain how Skylands are formed in the first place. And I think they only mentioned that during the Skypiea arc like once, and that's it. But hey, at least they're bringing that concept back and everything. But yeah, I guess that's really it with the chapter review. I like the chapter. I thought it was pretty good. The direction's going. It's just making me so much interested in One Piece. But yeah, just to remind you people, this Monday I am doing on Halloween night. Wait, it's Halloween night, right? Let me just check my calendar here. Yeah, on Halloween night, we'll be first doing my live reaction and next Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War Arc episode live reaction. So definitely check that out when it comes out. I don't have a consistent schedule. I really do, but I should do that with the streams. But not just that, I also do have a special Halloween video that's coming out during that day. So, ooh, check that out. What could it be? It could be many of things. It could be many of things. Also, I don't know. I'm throwing this idea out if I should or shouldn't do this, but I did think about, and maybe earlier in the day, in between that upload of that new video and the Bleach live reaction episode, to do reacting to something I kind of wanted to not react to, but watch for a long time. It's like, I guess that first Harry Potter film, because honestly, I've never seen Harry Potter before. I literally own it on Blu-ray. Like, Jesus Christ, it's literally just off screen right here. I literally own all 8 main films. I've never seen Harry Potter, except for the first Fantastic Beasts film. I saw that with my family. But literally, the first Harry Potter film I've never seen and everything. And I don't know. I probably would have liked it. I just haven't seen it and everything. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe watching that in between. But who knows how things are doing and everything. Anything else? Oh yeah, I just finished watching. No, I'll say that for afterwards. But yeah, you know, like, comment, subscribe, and whatnot. That's if you want to do it. It's up to you. It's, you know, everyone has their own personal opinion on those sort of things. But if you want to do that, you want to do that. If you don't want to do that, then you don't want to do that. But it's all up to you, really. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time when, well, we'll find out if truly the fate of Vegapunk is to die. Well, see you guys next time. Yeah, boy. End of video. Oh shit! I only got 11 minutes left on this recording. Man, I got put some more memory onto this card. But yeah, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, when I'm recording this video, I just finished watching at this point all 3 episodes of Chainsaw Man that's out, and honestly, I don't know. I'm actually might like after I'm finished recording this, I might literally just go and start reading the whole series. 'Cause sometimes I do that with anime, where I really get into anime. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is so good. Fuck this. I'm just straight up jumping into the manga. That's literally what happened when the first time I watched Hunter x Hunter, and I think I watched that during the 2012 anime. Once that was done, I was like, fuck it. No, I think, yeah, I watched it after the whole 2012 anime came out. I just jumped straight into it. Oh my God. Never regret that. Never regret that. So yeah, next time you might see another one of these videos, I'll be like, hey guys, I just finished Chainsaw Man. So why the fuck did no one tell me it was this good? Meanwhile, all the people who I actually know who told me, this anime is so good, why the fuck have you been reading it? I remember when people first started recommending me the manga, even way before the anime came out. I just, maybe it was a red not to watching it, but yeah, I think I talked about this long enough. Chainsaw Man, Halloween, hell yeah, bitchin'.